Hi, I'm Jeremy Crosby.
And I'm Nick Boucher. We're your hosts for the program that's all about your city, Talking Fitchburg.
Every weekday, we pull together the news, events, and information you need to stay on top of what's happening in the city of Fitchburg.
Find Talking Fitchburg on cable TV, Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, and our live stream on the web. Plus, you can find all our headlines and stories on Facebook, YouTube, and our video on demand service. This is your city.
Keep up with Talking Fitchburg and the issues affecting you and your neighbors.
Want to know what's happening in your city? Get Notify Me messages from the City of Fitchburg. Visit fitchburgwi.gov on your computer or mobile device and select the big Notify Me button on the left. Enter your email and/or phone number, whichever is best for you to get notifications. Scroll down the list and select all the topics you're interested in to receive email or text messages about. You'll be notified every time one of your topics is updated. Sign up for Notify Me, one more way to keep up with your Fitchburg government.
Part of this meeting of Fitchburg Public Safety and Human Services for Tuesday, May 27th. Attending right now, myself and Adam is here. Logan is here, older. And public appearances for non-agenda items. Do we have any?
We do not.
We do not, okay. Then we'll move on to the consent agenda, which just includes the minutes from May 13th. Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Moved by Logan. Any questions, additions, changes to the minutes? Seeing none, we'll call the vote. All in favor of approval signify by saying aye.
Aye.
They are approved. Next, we move on to agenda item 4L for review of the following license application sound permits. The Madison Promise Walk for Preeclampsia, it's a new event, Madison Promise Walk for Preeclampsia, 2868 Dutton Circle, Fitchburg, Wisconsin, for the Madison Promise Walk for Preeclampsia, to be held at McGaw Park, Lacey Road on September 13th from 8 to 2 with amplified sound. I'll move approval on this one. Logan, any questions on this event?
No, seems pretty straightforward.
Seems pretty straightforward. I wish them the best with this event. I would tell you I was not familiar with this term, but I learned it from watching Downton Abbey. That's the one. So, all right. Seeing then we'll call the vote. All in favor of approving the Madison Promise Walk for Preeclampsia, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
The motion, this is approved. Next we have, give me 1 second on my computer here. We have 4 Bravo, Dugan and Watson graduation party. Tim Dugan, 5909 Westby Place, Madison, for the Dugan and Watson graduation party to be held at McKee Farms Park, Sunday, June 8th, from 11:30 to 6 with amplified sound. Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Moved by Logan. Is anyone on for this one? I don't believe they are. Are there two graduates on here that I see? It's Dugan and Watson. Are there 2 people?
Yes, I think it's a multi-family graduation party.
Okay, all right, sounds good. Logan, any questions?
I don't think so. Just making sure.
Take your time. We shouldn't rush.
Yeah.
So
I'm just wanting to make sure that there wasn't anything at the park at the same time, or if there was, that we just
thank you for
let
looking.
know.
Thank you for looking. Appreciate that. We've had that happen before. Okay. Then we'll call a vote. All in favor of the Dugan and Watson graduation party, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? That is approved. Next we have 4 Charlie, the Seminole Glen birthday party. Adam Bacon, 5849 Park Circle, Fitchburg, for the Seminole Glen birthday party to be held in the Seminole Glen Park, 5872 Schumann Drive, on Saturday, June 7th from 12 to 6. I'll move approval on this one. And Adam, what would you Adam, tell us about the event. How many people are you expecting?
Yeah, okay, there's about 30 of us that play kickball. It goes from, 10-year-old and up. Anybody who can get a foot on a ball is welcome to play. And then we have a couple of littles that we keep an eye on. We usually put like beanbag boards and some frisbees and balls out for them. And they probably won't last the entire time, but we're covering our bases. So that's a kickball pop.
Sounds like a fun event.
It is fun, yeah, it would be good.
Logan, any questions?
None from me.
Okay, I'll call the vote. All in favor of the Seminole Glen birthday party, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? It is approved. Adam, you should receive the permit in the mail. Is that correct, Jace?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you, Adam. Appreciate it.
Thank you for your time, appreciate it.
Okay. Page down here. Next, we have my neighbor. We have Lexi's graduation party. Shannon Steensland, 5741 Williamsburg Way, Fitchburg, for Lexi's graduation party from Verona High School to be held at Eagle Jamestown Park, Sunday, June 15th, from 9 to 9 with 9 to 9 with amplified sound. Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Moved by Logan. Ben, tell us about the event. Well, how many people are you expecting?
Food and good music and just celebrating the graduation.
Okay, sounds good. Good. Looking forward to it. I know you've had the,
Yep.
I know you've had the venue reserved for over a year.
Yep, we almost got it on Saturday, but my wife was just like an hour late logging in from start time, and you could reserve it.
Sunday's a good day too. All right.
It is.
Any questions, Logan?
It's 9 to 9. It gonna be out there the whole time, do you think, or?
I mean, we'll definitely have it all cleaned out and done and over with by 9, but set up and all that, just take our time, and we're not far away, so.
Yeah. Certainly not trying to rush you, just a little bit admiring the fact that you can do a 12-hour party. That would be quite taxing for yours truly, so wishing you the best.
Hey, thank you, I appreciate it.
Yeah, just be aware, Ben, that the park is open to the public, and people will be coming through the pavilion, maybe stopping at the water fountain. That's just part of the deal. So.
No, that's fine. Yeah, the more the merrier.
All right, sounds good. Then we'll call the vote. All in favor of Lexi's graduation party, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? That is passed. You'll get the permit in the mail, Ben. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right. Next, we have the baby shower. Lorenzo and Tipalia Gomez, 4630 Thurston Lane, Fitchburg, for a baby shower to be held at the 5187 Greenfield Park Road, Fitchburg, on June 1st from 4 to 9:30 with amplified live music. Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Moved by Logan. Do we have anyone is anyone here for this event? I don't believe we are.
I don't believe so.
Okay.
They were sent the invite.
Okay. Tracy, if you can put just a note with the approval on this, there are homes right around there. That's probably a little more even sensitive to noise than some of the other parks, and say, please end at 9:30 or maybe start ramping it down, the music a little earlier.
Certainly. You
Okay.
can send a note with that, you bet.
Thank you, Tracy. All right. Any other questions? We'll call the vote. All in favor of the baby shower, signify by saying aye. Aye. It is approved. Next, we have 4 Foxtrot, another birthday party, new event. Abellini Espinoza Brito, 2157 Lake Road, Fitchburg, for a birthday party to be held at McGaw Park, 5236 Lacey Road, June 13th with amplified sound. Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
My question I have on this, is there a time on here?
I'm seeing 3 to 9:30.
Okay.
Didn't put it on there, sorry.
Okay, that's all right. I'm just gonna note it here.
3 p.m. to 9:30.
Okay,
My apologies for not having.
that's
it
all
on
right.
there.
That's my fault. I If I'd have read down a little more prepared, I wouldn't ask the question, Jason. Okay. Again, similar thing with the note on that. It's not as critical here. Homes aren't as close, but any other questions, Logan?
No, sir.
I don't have any. Call the vote. All in favor of the Espinosa Brito birthday party signify by saying aye.
Aye.
It is approved. Next, this is a reoccurring event. This event has been here as long as I've been on this board. The XES, which I think is Extreme Engineering Anniversary Celebration, XES 9901 Silicone Prairie Parkway, Verona, for work anniversary celebration to be held at McKee Farms Park, Chapel Valley Road on Saturday, July 12th from 1 to 7 with amplified live music. I'll move approval of this event. I don't believe we have anyone to speak to this either, do we? No?
No, it's a recurring
Right.
event, so we did not invite them to attend.
Okay. This is these people have fun at this event, I guess is what I would tell you. They enjoy themselves. Logan, any questions on this?
Since there's 500 or so people, and you said this is reoccurring, have we had any issues with parking or anything in the past? Are they carpooling or encouraging that?
You know, as far as the carpooling, or as far as the parking, I don't know. I know we've had problems. I've spoken to them in the past. The bathrooms were kind of trashed. I think it got a little wild, but that was 3 years ago. I think they've kept kept it a little tamer since then. But I don't know that question.
We have not had any complaints come into the clerk's office regarding
Okay.
this event in the past.
That was the next question. Okay.
It's a family event, and the majority of the people there are spouses or children that are attending, as well as the employees.
Okay.
And you know, for 6 hours, you think not all 500 can be there all at the same
Come
time.
and go.
Correct. So, but perhaps we could send them a note that says, if carpooling's an option, you know, consider sending a note. I don't think we need to belabor the point, but
Burry, ask them to ride their bikes like I do. I'm just kidding.
if they're within biking distance.
All right. Thank you for raising that issue. Any other questions?
None from me.
Then we'll call the vote. All in favor of the XES anniversary celebration signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Passes. Next we have for hotel, the River Food Pantry. This is again a reoccurring event. The River Food Pantry, 2201 Darwin Road, Madison, for an end of summer resource fair to be held at Southdale Park, 160 Deer Valley Road, Fitchburg, Thursday, August 14th from 4 to 7 with amplified sound. I'll move approval of this one. This is a great event. It was the resource fair, and it went very well last year, and I'm glad they're holding it again. Do we have, Kimberly isn't for this event, is she? No.
I think she was for the preeclampsia.
Oh, she.
Yeah.
Oh, Kimberly.
Yep, I'm late. Sorry.
We already approved yours. I'm just gonna.
Oh, okay.
That's all right. Stay on. Well, I'll back up here. Just ask, what would you like to tell us about your event? It's a new event here. A new event. We like to give you a little hype, hype for these events. Anyone watching? So, why did you choose our fair city? And we're glad you're having it here. And
This is my second year volunteering with the Promise Walk, which is a fundraiser for preeclampsia research. I think it's maybe the 5th time they've had it. I believe they might have had it in a Fitchburg park years past, but last year it was in McFarland. This year we just, we're looking for good parks and, got McGaw, which we're excited about. But it's a nice event. There's, of course, a walk associated with it, but there's also a raffle and a lot of kids' activities, so it's very family friendly. So there's, background music on the speakers throughout the event and the walk, and then there's an MC who does some announcements and the raffle prizes, and then there's always a family that's highlighted who've dealt with preeclampsia that does a short talk. So those are the uses for the amplified sound at our event.
okay. Thank you very much, and thank you for elaborating on the event. As you heard, it's approved already. You should get the permit in the mail. And we wish you the best with your event, and we also wish you good weather for your event.
Yes, thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you for choosing to have it in Fitchburg.
Yeah, of course.
Continue with our agenda. Now we're on 5 Alpha Approval Resolution Ordinances. Resolution R 8225, acceptance of police K-9 donations and purchase of K-9 training. Do we have a motion to approve?
Just a quick point of order. Did we officially vote on 4H?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. 4H, so the River Food Pantry. Did you have any questions on that?
No.
I'm sorry.
I'm ready to give it the green light.
Thank you, Logan. All in favor of 4 Hotel, the River Food Pantry, the reoccurring event, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. It is approved. Thank you. Next, as I mentioned, Resolution R 8225, acceptance of police K-9 donation, purchase of K-9 and training. And this was moved by Logan. Captain Hartwig, what would you like to tell us about this?
So in preparation of K-9 Drago's retirement in August, we are very fortunate to be supported by the Fitchburg Law Enforcement Foundation. They have raised the requisite amount of money needed to train our new police, purchase and train our new police K-9 and handler. So this is to accept that donation and to move forward with that, which will be starting in June.
Can I ask what officer is going to be assigned?
Officer Juan Hinojos.
Okay. All right. I'll tell you, I'm ecstatic. We have a donation and we can continue with this.
Yeah, it's a fantastic program, and we have selected the vendor based in part by their ability to match our needs. So we won't come close to necessarily replacing or replicating Drago, but we're very confident in the vendor and their training abilities to give us a dog that's going to meet all of our needs and expectations.
I'm hoping we get one that can be trained to bark on command, like when we had the recognition ceremony for the police.
I was going to say the same thing. Do we have to pay extra for that? I might have some
That's
$50.
It's a requirement for me. Okay.
I think among other things we can work that in there.
So one question then, will the current squad car that Drago rides in, will that then go to this next K-9 officer?
Yeah, we're working through a plan here to kind of evolve our K-9 unit to potentially include additional dogs, and with that comes other equipment and vehicles. But yes, we'll make use of the current vehicle for now.
All
right. Just a question, how many hours of training, are involved in this? I'm ignorant, so.
Sure. So for the dog, it varies from vendor to vendor, but the handler course is 3 weeks. And realistically what that is, it's not teaching the dog anything really, it's getting the handler acquainted with the dog and really starting that process of training. And the training never really ends. Most handlers train at least 16 hours a month. And so it's a fair amount of training that's required annually and throughout the course of the dog's life. But by the time the handler starts training with the dog, that dog's already received alone probably thousands of hours of training.
What breed is Drago?
Belgian Malinois.
And do you know what you're getting again?
Belgian Malinois.
I was to say that was a good choice. Yeah.
How many calls does Drago go on currently, ballpark?
It varies from year to year, and depending on what shift Drago has been assigned to, and also Drago's current handler is a sergeant, so he's had fewer calls. However, we range well into the hundreds where he's actually deployed, and it depends from whether it's a sniff for narcotics or a search for a person or a variety of other things that canines can do. But he is one of the more utilized canines and has been one of the more utilized canines in the area.
He's a wonderful ambassador for the department too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Any other questions?
None from me.
All right, then we'll call the vote. All in favor of Resolution R 8225, acceptance of police K-9 donation and purchase of K-9 and training, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye is approved. Thank you, Captain.
Thank you.
All right, our next meeting is June 10th. I'll be here for that one. I'm going to the Boundary Waters that Thursday, so I'll be here for that one. If you can't make it, Logan, let me know, or I'll check with Donald too. So that brings us to agenda item 7, motion to adjourn. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Moved by Logan. All in favor of adjournment signify by saying aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned at 6:04.